And welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. We're going to be talking about something that usually doesn't get talked about much, which are stablecoins. Pretty boring, they're tied to a dollar. No one really seems to care. But today, there's some activity. There's a lot of news. A lot of people think there's not a lot of crypto news going on because the prices are kind of sluggish. That's not true, but we got a lot to talk about. So let me share my screen, and let's see. Here we go. All right, so starting with the stable coins. I'm going to start with the stable coins, and this is looking at coin market cap in market cap. So if you look at the column right here where it says market cap, you can see that Tether is the largest stable coin at $67 billion in market cap. Second is USDC at 51, and Binance is about 20, just shade under $20 billion. After that, it really trails off. DAI is like 7. True USD is about 1, and Pax Dollar is just under 1 billion, and the rest really taper off quickly. So those are the ones that we're going to be talking about today. And I want to share the news here, which is that Binance has made an announcement that they are pushing out USDC to boost its own stablecoin. They are basically saying that you're going to have to use Binance USD instead of USDC. And did I highlight it here? No, I will get to it. But first, let me talk about my sources here. So two good YouTubes that I had on this topic as I found these articles. These are good summaries. Paul Barron Network is a good channel. He summarized this a lot. I know it says it's a 37-minute video. You'll really only need to watch the first 25 or so if you want to get really in depth on this. And he also links an article that he had a couple of good links first. So this video, this clip I wanted to have, this chart is really good, which shows you the market share of USDT versus BUSD and USDC. No, it's like an alphabet soup, but USDT is Tether. That's the big orange one. And this is 100% of the market share. You can see that how dominant USDC is here. I'm sorry, how dominant USDT is here. It's I'm going to call that 90%. As of, I'm going to say April or February of 2021. So just like a year and a half ago. And you can see it starts trailing down while the gray part, which is USDC, and we'll go over who owns that one is pretty stable. But the market share that's growing the most is Binance's coin, Binance USD. It's gone from a few percent here to now probably like 20% in the market cap. So again, going back to that market cap, you can see Tether, which has been around since 2014, and I'll talk. That was founded by iFinex. It's a Hong Kong registered company. They're also they own the exchange Bitfinex. Then came USDC, which is owned by Circle in 2018. Circle Internet Financial owns them. They're also tied very closely to Coinbase, pretty much a US based company. And then you have Binance USD. They worked with Paxos as well. They started in 2019. They've been growing quickly. So the story really is about this growth, okay? And this growth of the last year and a half. Now, what's happening is that Binance is, I wish I had the right. So Binance is pushing everybody to, like, let me find the story. There's so many tabs. I'm sorry. So Binance is pushing, like, Binance, the issue of the world's third largest stablecoin, Binance USD, announced on Monday it would convert customers' holdings into 3 rival stablecoins, USDC, Pax Dollar, and True USD, into Binance USD on September 29th. So that means basically the end of September, USDC is going to be pushed out, Pax Dollar is going to be pushed out, and True USD are going to be pushed out. So if you deposit those or have deposits on there, they will be pushed into Binance USD. So that will be the stablecoin that's be preferred on Binance. They're going to try and increase, they're trying to consolidate stablecoins on Binance. They're trying to get away from True USD, the Pax Dollar, and especially USDC. And they're also removing some pairs. You can see that they're removing a bunch of pairs here. Like all of these pairs that are paired in USDC, those are going to be gone. And these pairs in True USD, they're going to be gone as well. And a couple with the Pax coin as well. So they're going to rip all those out and basically say you have to trade in Tether or Binance USD. They're leaving Tether alone for now, but they're pushing for Binance USD. Now, in the video from from Paul Barron. He also talks about Forecast. Forecast had a video as well. Watch that. That was also very informative, a little bit shorter. It was good information there. There's a lot going on as far as what this is we're uncovering. Now, what did Circle say about this? The Circle CEO says Binance decision to stop USDC. It's a good thing because in his opinion, and this could be a little bit of spin control because obviously it's not good that they're losing USDC. But according to him, the move further increases USDC's utility and leads to a gradual net share shift from USDT, the number one coin, to Binance USD and USDC. Now, that seems to be positioning because right now, USDT is number one, USDC is number two, Binance USD is really number three. But now you're not going to have USDC being utilized on Binance. And I highlighted FTX here. FTX does not use USDC either. So they're getting away from USDC. So a couple other, I mentioned this article already. This article talks about questions about the market conduct and are they being a monopoly? Is there antitrust issues? But those are really SEC issues, and that's more of a U.S. issue, and that's where I think this is heading. So Binance is also renaming all stablecoins to Binance USD. So they're basically ripping everything out. So they're ripping everything out as of at the end of September 29th. You don't need to take any action, but it's something to be important to note that you can deposit USDC, but they're going to translate over to Binance USD. And you can flip it back to USDC to take it back out. But the question is, are you going to want to at that point? They're trying to minimize the utility for USDC and encourage Binance USD. I also highlighted this too. Like, this is important to note. And this is just a highlight as far as things you need to know going on this month. We're heading down the path of the Ethereum merge. It's important to know that USDC is an Ethereum coin. It's based on, it's an ERC20 token. So it's riding on that Ethereum blockchain. So again, I talked about it a little bit. If there's concern about, I've talked about in another video. I'll try and let me share this one last story, and then I'll talk about everything and tie it all together. I found this story as well. So if you think nothing's going on, there's lots going on. Ripple is hitting at a new CBDC announcement. So that's another story. So all these things are coming down the pike. But let me drop out of sharing my screen. So before I talk about what all this means and how it all comes together and what matters to you, let's hear a word from our sponsor. Inflation is out of control. Prices are just going up and up. What can you do? What used to cost one of these now costs more like one of these. How do you be prepared and not scared? Go to an event like EconomicPreppers to learn about the new economy and the new finances that you have to learn as the one financial system goes away and another one gets built as we get to a new economy based on real assets like silver, gold, cryptocurrencies, real estate. Learn about this at an event like this down in Dallas, Texas on October 8th. Join myself, Davy Daddy Patrick, DeFi Dylan Bradley. All three of us are going to be there talking about all those subjects and more, and you're going to learn a lot. You have a takeaway as well with a workbook, and you'll be able to communicate with us after the fact. We'll offer that as well. The tickets are less than $200 between now and the 16th, so act quickly. The supplies are limited. We hope to see you there. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let me talk to you guys and we'll give my opinion on what could be happening and play maybe a little bit of what if, which is my favorite game, as many of you know. So you can take that out, and I know that none of the videos played and they don't have any feedback sounds. So Binance is making a play to capture the market. They want to go from number 3 or number 4 to all the way up to be above the USDC. But there's more to this equation, okay? The Ethereum blockchain merge is happening, and that's a big thing, big news. And there's lots of freezes that are happening because exchanges don't want you moving things around. They don't want anything to disrupt the merge. Ethereum coins aren't being moved. Some exchanges aren't allowing you to move them right now till the merge is complete. Everybody's crossing their fingers that it all goes well, which I am too. I really hope it does, because if it doesn't, then this video I posted up here, I can take that one off there. But if this video that I posted up here, which I did recently, the what if of if Ethereum merge does not go well, it could be a black swan event for all of crypto and really just knock out a lot of utility. But USDC is basically tied to Coinbase, tied to the US market, tied a lot to what's going on in the States. They're talking about doing an IPO. But I think not only is this a power play for Binance to get away from USDC, but also to become to get the second most dominant stablecoin. And there's all talks about Tether, and there's issues with that too. That's another video, and I've talked about it before, but most people don't trust Tether, and they want to see it audited for what's really backing it. But Binance is looking to make a play to be, the number one exchange and stay there ahead of FTX, which isn't using USDC either. So everyone's getting away from USDC and getting away from the US financial marketplace, really. So I know that, and we'll talk, there's so much to talk about, but I'm going to talk about it in another video. The dollar is extremely strong internationally, and Binance has a much bigger footprint globally than it does in the US, because it's Binance.us versus Binance that a couple of years ago, everybody got thrown off of Binance that lives in the United States. You couldn't use it anymore because of the regulations and SEC and all those issues. They didn't want to have to deal with that, so they made a separate version of Binance called Binance.us that Binance Americans can use to use Binance exchange, but it's different, and you don't have the same number of coins. It's a much smaller number of coins. So Binance is looking to get away from USDC, get away from Circle, maybe get away from the US dollar as well. And FTX is right there with them. So that's a lot to move forward with. And the timing is interesting at the end of September. There's a lot of things going on at the end of September. And I'll talk about that in another video, which I'll have to see how I share that one. But I think this is a big power play. I think there's a lot going on with stable coins, and it could be a tieback again to that Ethereum blockchain, which I hope there's no issues with it. But if ERC20 coins have issues because Ethereum's not doing well and the fees go up again, or for whatever reason, USDC could be an issue. But this is going to be a play for Binance USD to get into bigger markets like NFTs and DeFi, which DeFi has been a bigger market for USDC than Binance USD. So now they're going to be able to get more into that because they're going to be taking market share. So it's a big power play. It's a big issue. There's a lot going on in stable coins. There's a lot going on with CBDCs. That's the kind of things we're going to be talking about down in Texas in October. We'd love to see you there. You heard that good-looking guy with the ad earlier, but you get the idea, right? There's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving parts. While it seems like that much is going on in crypto space, there is. And there's power plays right now that are going on between one exchange and another as things are getting ready for the economics to come. And hopefully this was informative to you. Stay tuned, because there's a lot more to come, both in this month and next. Because again, let me play the what if game. So what if this is going to lead to CBDCs that much sooner? I don't think I shared the article, but I did say that the Fed now, they're looking to expedite their testing to September. So a lot of things are lining up to September, and a lot of change could be coming. And people, the old saying is, things happen slowly, then suddenly. So just what if that's that CBDC in the United States that gets deployed before November? Could that be a move for UBI and getting people and employing other kinds of credit scores and that app and airdropping money to people in the form of a CBDC that, like the other markets, that the dollar is very strong internationally. And I'll be talking about that in the other video. There's so much to talk about. Can't do it in one, but stay tuned with the other video. I'll talk about it there. But this is a big move for Binance, and there's a lot of decoupling from the American market and looking at the global picture and trying to create the stability of a stable coin that may or may not stay pegged to the US dollar. So I'll leave it there for now. But lots said today. I'd love to see your feedback in the comments. What do you think about this decoupling, this move by Binance? Is it a power play like I see it? Is Binance USD going to wind up bigger than USDC? Is this a move about the Ethereum merge? Is this a move about getting away from the US market? Love to hear your thoughts. So lots said. I'm going to close the door on the bureau, say follow leader one more time, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.